Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There is a little bit of a stark difference between the moods of Kirtan, the one we just left, and the one we're entering into now. I promise there's a method to my madness. Just go with me. And we'll have a little adventure. We'll see what we come up with. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 All the Vaishnavis, we need you. Discussing the analogy of a great river of grace. There was a very sad, disheartened gentleman also walking by the banks of a river. In his ears echoed the cries of his wife as she called out to Krishna with all of her heart. Hare Krishna! Indeed, his heart echoed her pain. This was Arjuna. Arjuna walked along the banks of a river thinking about the injustices suffered by Draupadi. His heart felt heavy. He felt completely useless, powerless to have protected his wife, as she was completely disrespected in a grand assembly of all of their seniors, their entire family, community, friends, supposed well-wishers, and no one was able to save her. With anger burning up within his heart, he found a sage. Markandeya Rishi was meditating by the banks of the river. And Arjuna poured out his heart to the sage. Has anyone ever been as wretched as me? Markandeya Rishi, with all of his wisdom, said, "This is the material world, my dear boy. Many, many things happen like this here. Just take, for instance, the great history of Sri Ramachandra. Ramachandra Bhagavan ki. You well know what happened to his dear wife Sita, kidnapped by a demon. He had to go save her, spending 10 months in the clutches of this demon. He enlisted the help of many monkey warriors, performed many heroic deeds, but he had to go through so much difficulty, and this is the Supreme Lord. Don't be so disheartened. These things happen in the material world. Simply continue to remember your dearmost friend, Krishna." Arjuna continued to think on the story of the Ramayana, but he was troubled. Everything in the Ramayana made sense except one thing: a bridge of stones. He thought to himself, bridge of stones. And it took at least 5 days to build this bridge. And he wondered quietly to himself, is this Ramachandra as great as they say he is? My grandsire Bhishma and my dearest Sri Krishna have both said that he was an expert archer. And yet, he relied on a bridge of stones made by monkeys. If he was as great as they say he is, he should have made the bridge himself with arrows. As he thought, he looked at his own Gandiva bow. Somehow or other, meditating nearby was Hanuman. Hanuman heard the recitation that Markandeya Rishi was telling Arjuna. And what does Hanuman do when there's Ram Katha? What does he do? No one knows? He what? He goes there. And so Hanuman was there present. Well, but I already told them we can't accept the bare minimum anymore. And so this is also a story about how Arjuna refuses to accept the bare minimum. Bear with me, all the threads come together, I promise. And so, Hanuman had been meditating on Sri Ramachandra, but he was so powerful, he could detect the thoughts of Arjuna. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai 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 Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram 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 Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Hanuman could not tolerate anyone having even the shadow of a doubt about his Lord Ram, and so he took the form of an old, hunched-over monkey, and he walked close to Arjuna. And Arjuna said nothing out loud, but reading his thoughts, this old monkey said, "You know, monkeys in the time of Lord Ram were very strong and powerful. I don't think a bridge of arrows would hold their strength and their might. Just in case you were thinking." Arjuna said, "Hey, old man, old monkey, why would Sri Ram enlist the help of monkeys for 5 days to build a bridge with stones? He's supposed to be an expert archer. The mark of an archer is that you do everything that you could ever do, that could ever be done with your arrows. He's an expert, and I'm an amateur. I myself could build an entire bridge filled with arrows. In fact, I'm victorious over everything." Concho. "I could accomplish this feat in seconds. Sri Ram should have been able to accomplish it in a millisecond. He could have gone across and rescued Sita." The old monkey shook his head. "My dear youthful boy, I'm telling you, it would not have worked. However, Arjuna, with the spirit of a Kshatriya, does not accept the bare minimum. And so if someone tells him it can't be done, he's going to do it." And so he said, "Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Ki Jai." He did not say that, but he said it sometime, but not that time. And so he said, "Old monkey, I vow before you I will build a bridge with arrows, and it will hold up. And if it doesn't even carry your weight, then I will build a funeral pyre and throw myself into that fire. Right. Have any of us ever felt that secure and confident about our service? Like, did anybody ever come to you and say, would you like to cook for Maharaj? And you say, well, yes. And then they say, well, we have 2 cooks. And then you say, well, if my prasadam is not better than their prasadam, I will enter into the ghee lamp in the Sandhya Arti. No. Somehow or other, we're not as confident as Arjuna in his abilities. So Arjuna has made this incredible vow. The monkey says, very well, try. And so Arjuna intensely chants all kinds of mantras. And then he begins to shoot arrow after arrow, and in a matter of minutes there is a bridge before him. And with an arrogant flick of his wrist, he tells the monkey, well, try. He stands proud, and the monkey goes, I see, you've constructed a nice bridge. And then he turned around and simply laid his tail on the bridge, and it all fell down. Arjuna said, what is this? The monkey said, don't be so disheartened. I'm sure you didn't try your best. Why don't you try again? So Arjuna, now feeling the sting of disappointment, decides, okay, I'm going to try my best. I'm really going to break out all that I've got. Isn't it like this with our chanting? We think, I'm going to chant the best rounds that anyone has ever chanted, especially when Guru Maharaj comes to town. And then we sit and we get the moment that we've been waiting for, and we sit in front of our Guru Maharaj, and inevitably that is the day when we are the most tired and we fall asleep. And we feel so disappointed in ourselves. What did I do? Okay, try again. So now Arjuna thinks, okay, I'll try again. He readies his bow and arrows. He chants even more mantras. And he shoots arrow after arrow after arrow. He tells the monkey, now I've reinforced it. It's got 3 tiers. It is a 3-tiered arrow bridge that he made in moments. The monkey says, ooh, nice. And he lays his tail on the bridge, and the bridge stands firm, and Arjuna thinks, got it. And so the monkey says, He takes a step onto the bridge. It's okay. Takes another step. It's okay. Takes a few more steps. He gets to the middle of the bridge and collapse. And the monkey goes into the water. Splash. The monkey swims back to the shore. Well, he failed. I hate to say it, but I told you so. I knew it wouldn't work. And so Arjuna thinks, I've been defeated by my own pride and arrogance. This is my doing alone. And so he gathers up all of his courage and begins to build a fire. And just before he goes to light this fire, there's a tap on his shoulder. Come on, so good. And he turns and he sees an effulgent, very handsome Brahmin. The Brahmin says, what are you doing? Arjuna says, well, it's clear I'm building a pyre to throw myself into because I'm a disappointment and a failure at life. The Brahmin says, oh, this sounds like an intense story. What's the problem? He says, well, couldn't protect my wife. I made vows. Couldn't even build a bridge with arrows. I'm useless. So I said I would throw myself into a fire. And the monkey agreed, and now, monkey. And now I have to do it. The Brahmin says, however, when you make big vows like this, you must have a witness. You all did have a witness, yes? The monkey looked at the warrior. The warrior looked at the monkey, and they both shook their head. No witnesses. The Brahmin says, oh, well, what kind of vow is that? Try again. This time, I will be the witness. And so, the monkey, the Brahmin, and the warrior stand on the banks of a river. And Arjuna tries again. However, this time, instead of chanting well-known mantras, all he can think of is his dearmost friend. Hey Govinda, hey Gopal, hey Shiva Madhava Dina Daya. Hey Govinda, hey Gopal, hey Shiva Madhava Dina Daya. Hey Govinda, hey Gopal, hey Shiva Madhava Dina Daya. Hey Govinda, hey Gopal, hey Shiva Madhava Dina Daya. Dina Daya, Shiva Madhava Dina Daya. Oh Dina Daya, Dina Daya, Shiva Madhava Dina Daya. Dina Daya, Dina Daya, Shiva Madhava Dina Daya. Dina Daya, Dina Daya, Shiva Madhava Dina Daya. Hey Govinda, hey Gopal, hey Shiva Madhava Dina Daya. Hey Govinda, hey Gopal, hey Shiva Madhava Dina Daya. Hey Govinda, hey Gopal, hey Shiva Madhava Dina Daya. And as he thought of his dearest friend Krishna, and he prayed within his heart, he thought, oh my Lord, my friend, my life is on the line. If I do not succeed, my life is over. What I on my own, I now need your help in order to succeed. And so it is with our chanting. We try and try and try again, and somehow we have to come to the point where with body, mind, and heart we say, oh my friend, my life is on the line. What I could not do on my own, I need your strength to pull me through. Hey Govinda, hey Gopal, Shiva Madhava Dina Daya. 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 Dina Daya, Dina Daya, 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 Dina Daya, Dina Daya, Shiva Madhava Dina Daya. Oh Dina Daya, Dina Daya, Shiva Madhava Dina Daya. And the monkey, while Arjuna was thinking and praying and humming to himself about Krishna, the monkey was also in meditation. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Dina Daya, Dina Daya, Shiva Madhava Dina Daya. 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 And so Arjuna was shooting arrow after arrow after arrow. And finally he said, I'm ready. This time, there was no pride, no arrogance left, just surrender. He tells this monkey, please, step foot on this bridge. This time, it should hold. And so the monkey, with his own meditation, stepped foot on the bridge. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Nothing happened. And so the monkey took some more steps and walked to the middle of the bridge like he did last time. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 He flicked his tail and he beat the bridge with his tail and still nothing happened. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. What in the world did this Arjuna do this time? And so the monkey says, I have to try something else. And he begins to stomp his feet. Rama Rama Jai Raja Ram. Oh, Rama Rama Jai Raja Ram. Rama Rama Jai Sita Ram. Rama Rama Jai Raja Ram. Rama Rama Jai Sita Ram. And soon this monkey is jumping up and down on this bridge with all of his might. Rama Rama Jai Raja Ram. Rama Rama Jai Sita Ram. Rama Rama Jai Raja Ram. Rama Rama Jai Sita Ram. Rama Rama Jai Raja Ram. Rama Rama Jai Sita Ram. You see, this monkey does not accept the bare minimum either. He's going to try his best because no one should have a shadow of doubt about his Lord Ram. So, we have to help and chant a little louder, shall we? Rama Rama Jai Raja Ram. Rama Rama Jai Sita Ram. Rama Rama Jai Raja Ram. Rama Rama Jai Sita Ram. Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Finally, exhausted, he has tested the entirety of the bridge and there is not one weak spot anywhere. He goes back to the shore. Well done, warrior. I suppose you have succeeded in your task. And Arjuna turns happily to face the Brahmana. Did you see, O And the Brahmana was gone. Arjuna looked at the monkey. The monkey looked at Arjuna. They all looked. Where did the Brahmana go? Oh, Brahman, where are you? And out from the water came the Brahman, shining, effulgent, but his shoulders bloodied, scratched, from holding up the bridge himself. Because Krishna will preserve what we have and carry what we lack. Isn't it? Both Arjuna and Hanuman realized their mistake. They ran and made a mad dash for his lotus feet, each one of them clutching one lotus foot. Oh my Lord, what have we done? Somehow or other, we have underestimated your mercy. Arjuna thought, never again will I be so proud of my own skills that I will hold a shadow of a doubt over anyone, especially not Sri Ramachandra. And Hanuman was thinking, never, ever will I doubt the love of Lord Shri Krishna for his devotees. I give service to my Lord Ram, but Krishna is completely drenched, tied up in service to his devotees. Hey Govinda, hey Gopal, Kesava Madhava Dina Daya. Hey Govinda, hey Gopal, Kesava Madhava Dina Daya. Dina Daya, Dina Daya, Kesava Madhava Dina Daya. Within Srimad Bhagavatam, my life has no meaning without remembering again and again the words that my friend spoke to me. All from Bhagavad Gita, the many talks that we had where he assured me that he would always be by my side, forever ready to protect me when I had nothing else. Anytime I made any of these drastic vows, and they were many times, Arjuna had kind of a habit making a vow to throw himself into the fire if he could not accomplish, please insert whichever task. There were many tasks. And every time, I'll complete it or into the fire. And I feel as though maybe sometimes, maybe Krishna wanted him to stop making those vows. Maybe choose a different vow. But Krishna was never going to let him take effect of this vow. He was never going to let him fulfill it. After all, if Arjuna would have fulfilled that vow, what would it be said about Krishna's devotees? What could be said about Krishna's mercy? And so, Hanuman fears nothing except the pastimes of Krishna. And it's not really a fear. He has a healthy respect. Because he says, I don't understand this. I was the carrier of my Lord Ramachandra. However, Krishna is the chariot driver of Arjuna. Did you know that in order to steer a charioteer, the warrior has to kick the chariot driver to let them know which direction they want them to go? Did you know that? And so every time Arjuna wanted to go right or left on a battlefield, he has to put his feet on Krishna. Have any of us, even in our dreams, ever thought that we could handle a service like this. No? No? My mind can't even begin to comprehend that this would be a relationship that Krishna would have with his devotees. But not only is this the relationship that Krishna has with his devotees, this is the relationship he cherishes the most. And so Hanuman is very confused by these pastimes. This Krishna is too esoteric. My Lord Sri Ramachandra stands up straight. This Krishna is bent in 3 places. I don't quite understand. My Lord Sri Ramachandra has 1 wife. This Krishna, he has accepted everyone in the universe. Seems as though any problem, he says no problem, and then he solves it with marriage. I don't quite understand. Me and all of my friends, we would jump on each other, but never would we dream of jumping on Sri Ramachandra. In fact, my Lord Ramachandra gave me a hug just a few times, and that was the crowning glory of my life. But I've heard that this Krishna, he will sleep on the same bed as his friends. I've heard that his friends steal the food from his mouth. In fact, I've heard that they feed him all kinds of unpalatable things like flowers and dirt. And what is this nonsense? I don't quite understand. And so Hanuman thinks, I can't go too close to the pastimes of Sri Krishna. And it is for fear of making offenses. Hanuman says, I'm a simple-hearted monkey. If I go there, I might make some offense. Better that I stay. And I worship my Lord Ramachandra with all of my heart. And we see this played out within the pages of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita.